'Tis the season to be flying. Millions of travelers expected to take off over the holidays. But it's what happens while you're away that has experts worried, with airport parking lots a tantalizing gift for car thieves.
You can make more money stealing cars than anything else. There's no better crime than stealing a vehicle.
No one knows this better than mom of three, Jennifer Powell.
We're having to come out of pocket thousands of dollars. So this has put us in a hole tremendously.
Around the Thanksgiving holiday, Powell parked her Lexus SUV at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport on her way to a dream family vacation.
There was lots of lights, there was cameras. It was what we thought would be a secure parking lot.
3 days later, a Mercedes was parked in the spot where her car had been.
It was gut-wrenching. It was heartbreaking. I couldn't believe that somebody would do that to somebody.
Powell is just one of hundreds whose cars have been stolen. Hartsfield-Jackson, the world's busiest airport, has seen a whopping 236% increase in car thefts since last year. More than 300 thefts so far this year, according to police.
I didn't see any airport police patrolling the parking lot. I didn't see any security personnel walking around.
In a statement to ABC News, the Atlanta Police Department says they've created several initiatives to combat airport auto thefts.
The airport's testing out anti-tailgating technology. We've increased patrols. We've added fencing around our lots. We've added cameras. We've purchased 2 motorcycles.
From Atlanta to Denver, Dallas to Seattle, thieves are believed to be using technology to reprogram key fobs to break into cars and get them out of the lot in minutes, according to law enforcement. Car heists have long been glamorized in pop culture, like Gone in 60 Seconds. But some experts say the real thing can happen even faster. By the time you're back from your trip, your car could be on one of its own.
I've seen people steal cars in less than 30 seconds.
In Dallas last month, the police arrested 3 members of a Cuban crime ring accused of stealing 52 high-end vehicles worth $5 million from the airport there. Thomas Burke works at the International Association of Auto Theft Investigators.
The high-end luxury cars, BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, are always prime targets. Usually we see 4x4s, vehicles, pickup truck, etc., being stolen going over the border into Mexico, and then high-end SUVs like Range Rovers, Jeep Cherokees would be shipped to Africa.
I get to the 4th level, I knew this is where I was, and the truck's not there.
Dentist Kenneth Burson was flying out of Denver when he says his Dodge Ram pickup truck was stolen last year while he was on a business trip.
Jaw-dropping piece came when I went into the airport. They were like, oh yeah, this happens all the time. And so you're like, what? You meet with the police officer. While I'm getting my police report, 2 other cars are stolen in that time frame.
Just in that time frame? 2 more cars are stolen?
In a 30-minute time frame.
The Denver Police Department says in part that it shares Mr. Burson's frustration and that 99.9% of drivers who park at the airport do not experience these issues. The theft a shock to Burson because he had a car stolen before from his home garage in 2019.
I thought with this second car, me paying to have the upgraded security features would be beneficial. Little did I know that that was a complete waste, and that some of your most basic forms of security, like a club, are going to be the best deterrent.
Any idea what happened to that truck?
Police officer had a theory that it was headed south of the border. I never saw it again, so tough to say what happened.
We went to the Denver airport, the 3rd busiest in the country, where highly sought-after makes and models stretch as far as the eye can see.
Once thieves are in the parking lots, they really have their pick. And the thieves also know that the owners of these vehicles are traveling, so it'll likely be at a minimum hours, if not days, before these vehicles are reported stolen.
It's a really cool tool that allows you to zoom into anywhere you'd like to.
Cale Gould works for the Colorado State Patrol's Auto Theft Prevention Authority, which has been investigating the rash of auto thefts at the airport.
The highest number we recorded in 2023 was just under 800 cars for the year.
800 a year, that's a pretty significant number. But what was it that was allowing them to be so successful?
We're talking about a select few highly skilled, motivated individuals running an organized operation.
Gould told us about one of the successes in Denver. 13 alleged members of a crime ring indicted on 121 counts, including racketeering and conspiracy, as well as burglary and aggravated motor vehicle theft charges last year. Some of the thieves allegedly used those stolen cars, like the ones seen in photos obtained by ABC News, to commit more crimes. One of the defendants, called a ringleader by prosecutors, sentenced to 20 years.
That group was targeting mostly larger vehicles, trucks, and whatnot. They would use those specifically for like burglaries of ATMs.
And earlier this month, 17 others were indicted on 222 counts, including auto theft, drug possession, and distribution, accused of stealing at least 190 vehicles at the Denver airport and other locations in the last 2 years.
This network targeted vehicles here in the Denver metro area, which were desired by Mexico-based drug trafficking organizations, which could best be modified to support ballistic armor, as well as be mounted with high-caliber munitions and firearms.
Denver International says vehicle thefts are down more than 60% from this time last year, due in part to increased security measures like installing new cameras, erecting barricades, and stepping up patrols.
What messaging are you putting out there for folks to protect themselves?
There's a million different devices available for auto theft protection that you could find at your favorite online retailer. You know, do your research, see what's going to work best for you.
Put some kind of tracking device or GPS on your vehicle.
Every time I park the car now, I'm using this. Just kind of lock it up, unlock, and this goes in the back.